Good morning, peeps. I wanted to do something with you today. It's not going to be posted. What I want you to do is watch and learn. Now, Monday, we will have something posted for this. Next Tuesday, we're going to do our first writing that I will look at and determine what we need to work on. So, always remember this when you're doing an assignment. If you need help, ask. And the more you get right and think about the details on this writing, the less I have to teach you. Ooh. But I know we're just learning. So you will have a topic to write on. I will give that to you. But today, I just want to kind of show you what it will look like. Now, this is called a brainstorming map. And I thought I'd come up with this idea. If I were a flower. So if I were, it looks like a J, a flower, what would I do? Question, if I were a flower, what would I do? Well, I would probably grow. I would have pretty flowers. It would be pretty. I think I would be pretty purple flowers. Pretty purple blooms, I should say. People would stop and look at me, or stop and admire, not stop and admire my color. Let's see, what else would we do if you were a flower? Oh, I have a yellow center, so I would feed bees and hummingbirds. Oops, I almost ran out of room. Hummingbirds. Let's see, I'm going to take that out and put a comma. I would feed bees, hummingbirds, comma, and butterflies. So if I were a flower, it looks like I would be doing a whole lot of stuff, huh? I would grow. You think too, what could I do if I were a flower? Well, I can't think of anything right now, and I don't want to make the video go too long. So I'm going to look at this, and I'll say, if I were a flower, what would I do? I would grow. I would put on pretty purple blooms. People would stop and admire my color. I would feed the bees, hummingbirds, and butterflies. I think that's quite a bit. You don't have to fill up all the holes in this. So take a good look at that. Now I'm going to set that to the side so that I can see it. And I'm going to give my story a title, and that's If I Were a Flower. Oops. If I were a flower, what would I do? Oops, small letter. Looks like a 6. If I were a flower, what would I do? Oh, and by the way, this is kind of messy. That's okay. This is your notes. Okay? If I were a flower, what would I do? Now, how am I going to start this? And I'm going to use these. Let's see, I'm going to use these two first. Grow and pretty purple blooms. And remember, I'm restating what I just wrote. If I were a flower, but they're not in caps because it's not a title. If I were a flower, I would grow and when I get let's see, I've already started with wood. If I were a flower, I would grow and grow. When I got big, I would have pretty purple blooms. People would stop and admire or look my, I'm going to add a word, my beautiful color. Let's see. Now that I am grown and have flowers, I can feed the bees, hummingbirds, and butterflies. And at the end, I am a very special flower. The end. Okay? Now I got the middle. If I were a flower, I got my title, and you always want to restate it. And I talked about growing, and I talked about pretty purple blooms right here. And I said people would stop and admire my beautiful color. I changed it a little bit, and that's okay. And here it says, now that I am grown and have flowers, I can feed the bees, hummingbirds, and butterflies. And then I added, I am a very special flower. So this is a guide. It's just what's called a brainstorming map. It kind of gives you an idea of what it almost completes your paragraph. If you write enough in here, you already have your sentences. And if you decide you finally do all of these, then and you think that's a lot, then take a few out if you want. But let's look at how many sentences I have here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only 5 sentences, guys. And that would be a pretty good paper. I'm going to make another paper that has these lines on it, because up here, then I could go and draw my picture if I wanted. And so I'm kind of writing in purple. I won't draw the picture just for time's sake. But 5 sentences got me a very nice paragraph. So you want to do your very best thinking and your very best writing. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't do my very best writing here because I was going fast. You will have time. So this is what you're going to do Tuesday. So Monday, I'll probably do another video and show you maybe a different topic. Okay? But remember, this video is here in week 7 if you want to go back and look at it anytime. Okay? You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.